Will you tell me a little bit, if you can, about the relationship between Michael Chekhov and Stanislavski? Where did Michael Chekhov diverge?
Of course I don't know, because they were real people, and they had probably a real relationship. And how it is with real relationships, you can tell stories, but then there's also the other story that's also true, and then a little bit of that is also true. The story I like, that is, around, is that they fundamentally disagreed in one area. It's a story, it might not be true, which is that Stanislavski felt, they both were on the same kind of trajectory of let's not make bad theater. So it was about theater that is communicating truth. So you go, well, what's true? And the story goes that Stanislavski, I'll tell you two stories. The first story is that Stanislavski, in his search, found a way to talk about it, and the way he talked about it was like, it is true to life. Like, would you do that in life? Like, if that was happening to you in life, would you just like whistle and what? No, you would be devastated. So he would go, like, imagine you in life. How would you do it? Do it like that. The story is that Michael Chekhov noticed that what he actually did when Stanislavski was yelling at him saying, do it like this, he actually wouldn't go to his life. He would make stuff up and do that. And Stanislavski really loved it. And then he went, what am I doing? I'm imagining things. And somehow he wasn't interested enough, probably, in his own life that he would imagine him in his. He would imagine other people. He would imagine what it would be like for other people. And then he would basically imitate what in his image the other person did. And for some reason, the way his constitution was, that would actually move him. So he felt himself being moved by an imaginary event. And in that sense, we touch upon this idea of, or this kind of question, is the actor a like interpretive artist, or is he an original artist? So you go, well, there's the playwright, so this is like your script, and there you cry, there you do this, and go. And do it as you would do it. Or you go, actually, parallel to this script, there is a creation, like an authorship. So Michael Chekhov was the nephew of Anton Chekhov, who we know and love because he is an amazing author. So you go, it's closer to that. It's closer that you draw imaginations into the space. So, and since that was what gave him genuine joy, he luckily, over many obstacles and confusions, finally just followed that, and out of that developed a technique for the actor where he goes, no, you're creating, you're making something. You're not interpreting, you're making, you're an author. Except you're not an author with words, you're an author with movements, with your voice. Not to kind of illustrate something or to paint something that is like superficial. No, you are evoking something. You're bringing something into the space that moves you. And also is to say, it's not like you are like alone. What comes to you in the space also comes to you because people are watching. Because we all, when we are together and we are together in a space and we look into darkness, we dream together. We go, this show is going to be great. Maybe it's about this. And all these dreams are in this space. So when you go as an actor, when you wander on and you are, you admit that you're a sensitive person, you are met by stuff on that stage. It's totally different when you walk on a stage than you walk into an empty room. I mean, it is different. And so again, we're back by Stanislavski, who would say, you know, ignore it, ignore the difference, put up that wall. Michael Chekhov said, no, receive the audience, receive all these dreams, receive all these feelings, and radiate back what happens in your soul. So it's maybe more an analogy you can find in music. It would be like crazy if the orchestra would say, well, we're just going to ignore that there are some people. You are playing for the people. So the same is like with the actor, nobody's really there. No, except for the people looking and having feelings and going, this isn't very good. You go, let it in, hello. Woo, let it mess with you. Images, oh God. And then, you know, formulate a response. And I don't know if you ever had this experience, but, you know, when we sit in the audience and the show is kind of maybe, let's say, a little one-dimensional, it's like all like happy and positive and this and this and this. And all of a sudden an actor enters who basically portrays a character who goes, oh, this isn't very good. You go, I love you, because that's exactly what you were thinking. So in this kind of game that we are here, but we are also up there. And so if the people up there isolate themselves from us, I'm not going to be up there. And then what can I watch? Artistry, I can, in a sense of, ooh, so amazing what they can do and how interesting people they are. But no, you are the interesting person, and you are up there too. If, you know, Michael Chekhov would receive is part of his technique, you know, receive the audience, not as a person, like who's in there, but as an energy, as a reality, as a psychic reality. Obviously, if you go on stage and your knees are shaking, there's nothing wrong with you. It's terrifying. And it should be, because it's all our dreams. And then the suggestion is open to it, open to it. It's just life.